Okay, let's take a look at question 4. Alright. Question 4, they ask you, having read source E, are you surprised by F? Okay. Now, most of you are able to tell me that you are surprised by F because it's different from E, or it is not surprised by F because it's similar to E. I think that's quite well done, and most of you are able to match. Okay. Just something to take note. The question asks if you're surprised by F. What many of you do is, you told me that you are surprised by F. Okay, surprised by F. And then you tell me E says this. Then you tell me what F says. Okay? Now, this organization is not wrong. It's not that you're going to get minus marks. It's just that it's very confusing. Okay? If you're telling me that you're surprised by F, if that is your claim, shouldn't you back your point by talking about F first? Then you tell me about E. Okay? Instead of telling about E first. Okay, wouldn't it have been a lot clearer if you say, I'm surprised by F? Why? Because F says all these things and is different from E. Okay, so some of you who did this, what happens, you realize that from transiting from E to F, when you say E says this, then one to talk about F says this, the things that you mentioned very awkward. Like for example, what E says is supported by F, or what E says is similar to F. It's a bit weird because I'm asking, are you surprised by F rather than E? Okay, so you should be telling me that F is similar to E rather than E is similar to F. Okay, it's because F is similar to E, that's why you are not surprised by F. Or because F is different from E, that's why you are not surprised by F. Okay, rather than because E is similar to F, that's why I'm not surprised by E. It sounds a bit weird. Okay, so logically speaking, this is not so good. Okay, it'll be much clearer in your argument because that's what you claim. It's because after you say that you're surprised by F, you start with F first. Okay, then you tell me that it is different from E because E says this, and then you assure the match. Okay, some things to take note. Some of you talk about source F only, but you did not talk about source E. When the question asks you, having read source E, are you surprised by F? They are expecting that you deal with E, you deal with F, but also make mentions about E. Okay, so which is why some of you who didn't talk about E, the answer don't go to a higher level. Okay, now next thing, how do I get to a higher level? Well, this is what some of you told me in class, remember? Okay, instead of waiting it like this, I should check with another source as well. Okay, so some of you said that, even though E and F is similar in saying that the Uyghurs are responsible, you are surprised because source A, okay, or source B shows that the Chinese government is responsible, okay, not the Uyghurs. So you're saying that, just because both are similar or both are different, because how the larger picture shows it, is whether it's similar to or different from the larger picture by using another source. Then that will determine whether you're surprised by F or not. Okay, so you can see that from the answer scheme. Please take a look at how you can go about doing it. All right, now the highest level goes to people who are able to look at the provenance. All right, now over here, okay, A is saying that that there was mob attacks. Okay, and then this was a retaliation against how the Chinese government is restricting the Uyghurs. So they're saying that it's the Chinese government that is responsible. Okay, and then over here they're saying that it is the Uyghurs who are the ones who join Islamic State. They're becoming terrorists. So it's the Uyghurs who are responsible. Okay. Now many of you can point out these two as difference. That's why you're surprised by F. Some able to dig it even deeper and say that, hey, they're all by the same news agency, they're all by BBC. Okay, how is it possible for BBC to change their stance? I thought BBC would say that it is the Chinese government that's responsible. Okay, so those who are able to point out, consider that it's not just what they say that's different, but the provenance, they're by the same provenance, but yet it has changed. How is it possible? Okay. That would have been a higher level answer, which you will see in the answer scheme. Now, there's another room for another logical answer. Some of you say that, okay, some of you say that, well, because E was published in 2014, okay, and then F is published in 2018, okay. So you are saying that even though they are both by BBC, they are both by the same agency, it is possible for them to change what they say, because 4 years has passed, things may have changed. Okay. Now, if you use that logic, it's the same level as those who talk about the red color one. Okay. Basically, differences in provenance explained. All right. So try to go on to the higher level. Don't keep to the safe zone. If you're worried about mid-year exam because not enough time, you want to keep to the safe zone, I'm fine. Okay, but beyond that, please try to start pushing yourself to a higher level answer. Okay.